Hi everyone, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day and an amazing day. I'm Tarasha. Welcome to my channel. Before we get into this comic book haul that I have for you guys, I wanted to come on here and tell you guys thank you for you guys' support. The fact that recently my dad passed, it's been a month since he passed, and I told you guys in a post that I did just recently, and we recently did his memorial, and I want to say thank you for you guys. You guys have been sending condolences. You guys have been checking up on me and making sure I'm okay. I'm okay. It's up and down, but I also told myself that my dad wanted me to continue to do the things that I love. And this is a big thing that I love doing. I love talking about movies and TV shows and giving you guys my perspective of movies and stuff. And he also knew that this is something that was passionate to me, that I loved movies and TV shows. The crazy thing about it is, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but he is one of the big reasons, both of my parents, by the way, but he was one of the big reasons why I love going to movie theaters. At a very, very, very young age, my dad's tradition, and it became a like 15 to 20-year tradition of during Thanksgiving and Christmas that he would take us out, or randomly through the year he'll take us out and see the latest greatest blockbuster movie, right? Like Toy Story and Lion King and just Haunted Mansion, so many, the first Pokemon movie. We seen those movies in theater because of him, my cousins, and those are our fond memories of my dad. And growing up, I loved movies, and my mom and my dad encouraged me to love the things that I love. And today, they do the same thing. Now that he has passed, I'm going to keep on doing those things. He loved movies. He also loved TV shows. He recently told me, I want to say about a year ago, he told me that he remembers watching Doctor Who. And I didn't even know that my dad was into sci-fi like that. And I've been watching Doctor Who since, I want to say, right in 2008. I got into Doctor Who, and then recently last year I started watching the older Doctors, like the first, the second, the third. Started watching them and fell in love with Doctor Who all over again. And he was also big on sci-fi, like Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff like that. But I did not personally know that till later. And I'm going to keep on doing this because I love doing this, something I'm passionate about it. But I'm doing okay. Like I said, it's up and down, but I'm going to keep going. And you guys tell me that all the time. Just keep going, doing the things that you love, and people are watching you. And I feel like people are watching me because people, my cousins, my family members, people that I've never met have seen my videos. And I love that experience. Oh, I've seen your movie reviews. I've seen your TV show reviews. I love your opinion. I love your lists. And that right there gets me, okay, I'm going to start making more content. I make content almost every day, but the last, I want to say the last month since he passed, I haven't really, I did a little bit, but then I was like, I was feeling a lot down and stuff. But then my mom and people around me are encouraging me, keep going, doing this, keep on doing this. You're amazing at it, keep doing it. You're going off of your perspective, what you feel about movies and TV shows, and just you put in the work, they tell me. And I tell them that I just, something that I love, something that I've been in love with besides cooking. But I love just entertainment, the movie business and the TV shows. I love just putting my perspective on it, and I want to tell you guys thank you. And I love the fact you guys are showing up for me, and I appreciate that so much, and I'm thankful for that. Let's get into this comic book haul that I recently got some comic books. Let's talk about it. So recently I did a 5 minutes with Tarasha, which I hope you guys go and check out the videos of 5 minutes with Tarasha because it's stuff that I haven't really like talked about or stuff that through the week I really want to talk about. So I put all that stuff off with 5 minutes with Tarasha. I have so much fun doing that. And recently with one of those videos, I went to a place called The Cave, which I'll put the address here so you guys can find it. It is in Sacramento, California, and I have so much fun when I go there. So I do have more wildcats in this little like thing, right? So first issue of Wildcats. When I seen this, I was so happy. I got that. Then Dark Web Miss Marvel. I set up here and said something else. Now I love Miss Marvel, right? Miss Marvel, when it comes to the movies, the movie The Marvels, which I thought was brilliant, by the way, and the show is amazing. I hope that they get a second season, and I hope we see Kamala Khan um, in the movies, knowing the fact she was in Marvels, but I want to see her more. But getting the Dark Web, this is the first issue, by the way. I cannot wait to read this. I don't think this was taped, but I also own a few other Miss Marvel comic books, and I'm trying to just get more. Here's another Wildcat. So this is Wildcat's World's End, first issue. I love covers, by the way, when it comes to comic books. Now I got two issues of the same comic book. So I got Armageddon 2001 and then Armageddon 2001 issue 2. So issue 1, issue 2, love it. I have seen people talk about these and it's on my list. I have a whole list of comic books that I just want to collect and have, and this was definitely on my list. Now, the last one, which I am a big fan of Batman. I'm also a big fan of Joker and Harley Quinn and Catwoman. At the moment, I'm almost done. I think I'm like 3 or 4 pages almost done with volume one of Absolute Batman. And I'm trying my best to get through a lot of Batman comic books because beginning of last year, I read Batman Year One. I also loved Batman Year One, the DC animated movie that they did. I thought that was amazing because it showed James Gordon and also showed Batman in his like first year, him getting his 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 bearings of being Batman. And you seen the difference of him being Bruce and him being Batman and how he pairs himself and stuff. Knowing the fact he was gone, he came back to Gotham. Then you see James Gordon, who is married and other stuff happens to him and he's part of this precinct and there's dirty cops and all types of stuff. If you haven't seen or read Batman Year One, I would highly recommend that. I really, really would. Now, the comic book that I got is Legend of the Dark Knight One. I've heard amazing things about this. I was trying to find a couple more issues. That means I gotta go back or go to my other place I get most of my comic books. But The Cave is like so good to find comic books. They have a lot of older comic books, which is amazing for me because I have a lot of older comic books on my list. But I love this. I love reading comic books. And this is like my third comic book haul, I want to say. It's probably my fourth. It depends. I read a lot of comics, okay? I read a lot of comics, I read a lot of manga, and that's another haul that's going to be right around the corner because I just seen a whole bunch of mangas that are on my list, and that's probably going to be a dent into my cart. Whatever. This is the thing. Over here, I have an imagination, okay? I when I read something, regardless if it's comic books or manga or romance or sci-fi or superhero or anything, this mind is going to just explore the worlds. When it comes to same thing with movies, that's why I love Marvel movies and DC movies and just regular movies too, because your mind could just go into that world. That's why I love TV shows so much. When it comes to like One Piece and when it comes to The Last Airbender with the live action, you're the world development, the world building, yeah, the world building is amazing. When you have character development and you keep on developing those characters in front of our eyes, love it. That's why I love like Wednesday. I love all types of shows and movies. But when it comes to comics, I just I go crazy. I really do. Same thing with movies. I go crazy. And I hope you guys loved this comic book haul, and they're all going different ways, but it's fine. But I think the first one I probably would read, I'm trying to wait until I get all the Wildcats that I want beforehand, but I hope everyone is having a brilliant, beautiful day. And I also want to remind you guys, if you guys love my content, become one of my supporters because I love having discussions about characters, movies, directors, writers, all types of stuff. And I hope everyone is having a really good day. And around here, we talk about the things that we love. Bye.